I've been going to prison all my life. You know, while we're in prison, everybody wants to go home. You know, we all love going home, but there's a big gap in between going home and then being able to function in society. So that's where TCM comes in. All I can say is that I came home with nothing. I came home with nothing. I went to the shelter, I had nothing. The same sweatpants that I wore in the jail, that's what I was wearing for the first few days. I see guys in the street. I see them with the sweatpants, the sweatshirt, or the t-shirt. You see them in the morning walking downtown because they drop you off right there.
They drop you off at the courthouse, they give you a bus ticket, and you're on your own. And I'm not allowed to leave the state because I'm on probation. So I had no place, I couldn't even go back home.
Then you finish your time, I don't care if you did 18 years, get out, right there on the street. And if you don't have a network or something to go to, what are you going to do?
The TCM program started as a grant-funded program through the federal government. And how we envisioned the program working here in Connecticut was to really target the transition period from when an inmate left prison and the first 3 to 4 months after leaving prison, which typically are the most difficult time for inmates leaving.
So the TCM program is what was the bridge, like, you know, it was just a support in between, you know, being released from prison and then trying to get a little bit of a foothold in society.
Being involved with TCM, it was just one less thing I had to worry about when I got out of jail.
We really wanted to target that period of time and really load services in those first 3 to 4 months to really help men leaving the prison system. What would most be needed? Housing. And one of the options that we envisioned with the staff was paying for people to be in a sober environment, like a sober house.
The guys at the house are great. I don't have a negative thing to say about anybody. And there's 13 of us living in one house, and but it's great. We're all in the same boat. Everybody has got addiction problems. Everybody's got, you know, just getting out of jail problems.
We also thought it was important to have food and clothing and bus passes for people to be able to get to probation appointments, parole appointments, to be able to look for work and not have to worry about money for the bus.
The bus pass allowed me to go like 5 or 6 places in one day. The vouchers, I purposely made sure that I used the vouchers for what they're supposed to be for. I bought like underwear, deodorant, toothpaste. I'll buy like 3 of each.
We also wanted to be able to develop relationships with staff prior to release from prison. So that by the staff going in 3 to 4 months, sitting with the inmate and really understanding what strengths the inmate has and how those strengths are going to help him during that transition and how to set up goals based on those strengths.
The counselors, they followed me every week until I got out. They came, they saw me once a week. It was great. I looked forward to having that visit in jail. Every Thursday, I'd get my call, I had to go down to the visiting room.
And they were there every step of the way. There was no arguing, because you know, sometimes you get a case manager, you're like, oh, screw them. It was none of that. It was the opposite. They were supportive, encouraging on everything.
One of the things that we've collected is data on recidivism. With people that have completed the program, we've been able to reduce your chance of going back to prison from about 60 to 70% to about 10%. So to me, that shows that the program is effective if people are willing to work the program and utilize the services that we offer.
I'm guilty of driving drunk. I went to jail for DUI. I've lost a lot of big money jobs. I've lost my kids. I drank myself out of my first marriage. Lost my fiance to this disease. And it's time to start over. And if it wasn't for TCM, I don't know where I'd be.
I'm grateful that when they brought it to me, that I stayed in the chair, you know, because I didn't want to be there. I didn't know what the heck, what are you talking about? TCM, what the heck is that? And why would you ask me for it? I'm discharging. Right now, where I'm at right now, I'm in a beautiful place. Spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, financially, I'm in a beautiful place. I'm telling you, take my word.